Alrighty, folks, what are your habits at the end of the year and the beginning of a new year? We are in the month of December. We are winding down on 2025. It will be over in a heartbeat. What are you doing now? And then what are you doing in 2026? We're going to talk to the one and only Adrian Hernandez. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, everyone? I can't believe we're in December. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Absolutely crazy. Bananas.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things I love working with you is obviously you're the guy I go to for mindset. You're the guy I go to kind of, create those habits, make sure I'm improving, getting better 1% every day, every month, every year. But I'm curious, what do you do at the end of the year? How do you look back? How do you assess? And then how do you set up the next year to have an amazing 2026? What are Adrian Hernandez habits?
Yeah, so good. And what I do want to start with, guys, is we've redesigned like the end of the year. I want to say 4 times now, right? Because we thought something worked. We thought by taking the end of the year off would work, and that doesn't work. So one thing that we do towards the end of the year, first thing I do is I rethink and grow rich. Like just when December 1st hits, Think and Grow Rich has started. It's already playing. I believe that that's just a fundamental, just a book to have down. I also believe that your 2026 starts in technically November of 2025. So, my wife and I are a little behind right now on planning. One thing we do is we'll sit down and with that, we use the big ass calendar from Jesse Itzler, and we start planning out what we want next year to look like. We start with the vacations. I know we've talked about this before, like really kind of laying out next year. But we always start with you, right? What brings the most joy? What brings the most happiness to you and your family? And for us, it's, the vacation. So we immediately plan the vacations before I even plan any work, before I even plan any events. Vacations go on the calendar, right? And we really should start to lay out the next year. I do want to just kind of go back to the beginning on what I said, how we changed the end of the year routine. We've changed it 4 different times because what we've noticed is if we can travel in September, October, November, around those months, and maybe a weekend or 2 throughout December, it still allows us to be in the office and to finish the year strong, but most importantly, start the year strong. So we really don't ever take like any Christmas vacation or New Year's vacations. New Year's are typically very simple for us. Christmas are very simple for us, just because I know business-wise, this wasn't the same when it was just personal. Business-wise, typically everybody slows down, and that's a time when we can get ahead. So on top of everything I said, one thing I really want you guys to understand is to keep your damn foot on the gas right now. Is to stay on it. Like, yes, now's the time for planning, but now's the time where everyone is going to sleep. I'm seeing it, Zuber. I'm sure you're seeing it. To get orders, to get paperwork is just it's interesting. So I'll stop there, and then we can continue on the planning.
No, I love this. And I think you and I had a conversation a couple of weeks ago about specifically 2025, because I know a lot of people are struggling, right? They had a rough year. And, I've heard a lot of people like, I'm going to take it easy in December.
Right.
Right. I deserve it.
Yep.
I looked at the scoreboard, son. You don't deserve that.
No.
And you need to keep the foot on the gas and run into Q1 with momentum.
Right.
You don't want to start Q2 or Q1, sitting on your ass.
Right.
Plan an amazing vacation next year.
Right.
When the numbers warrant it. You don't warrant it this year. So just keep running.
Keep it away from the holidays. Like we look at how expensive, it's just a very simple question. How expensive is it to travel in Christmas compared to the week or 2 after Christmas?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So like when I look at it, yeah, it may be cool to go somewhere, and maybe one year we will, but for right now, we're getting, it's let's go. Yeah. It's go time. You know what I mean? Yeah. We could travel in March when
exactly,
everyone's already running at that point. When everyone slows down, this is your time, guys. So, and that has to, why am I talking about that? Because that has to do with the planning that starts today. You got to plan for this. You have to plan for December 2026 and December 2025.
Yeah. I also, it's just human nature, habits, whatever. I think so many people have come to depend on New Year's resolutions.
Right.
And, as you know, 2025 for me was a year of trying to get healthy and just see how healthy I could get in a single year. And I got to tell you, folks, there's nothing magical, right? If you are going to take on getting healthy in 2026, start today, right? If you're going to do 10,000 steps a day starting January 1st, why not start today? Why not get the momentum going? And there's nothing magical, right, about January 1st. In fact, I give you permission to make December 3rd, which is the day we're recording this, the magic date. So let's start those New Year's resolutions, those habits now. Why? Because I've learned through the years is if you could do something for 30 days, it becomes a habit, right? And I think most people get distracted by motivation, where the real power is discipline. So yeah, let's get focused on building discipline.
So good. And that's all you can rely on. You can't rely on motivation, right? How many of you are really motivated every day to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be at the gym by 4:30? It's the motivation it's not, it's so good, Zuber. And for us to get into action now, right? And that's why I talk about the calendar, like get into action of planning next year now. Start to see yourself into next year now. Don't wait until January. I actually make it my birthday. Everyone has their own date. For me, it's my birthday. Like my birthday is a new year for me. If I'm going to start anything, it's on my birthday. And my birthday happens to be in October. So that gives me like 90 days to create that habit. You know what I mean? But for those of you that are like, oh no, I'm going to wait until the exact first, come on, 90, most of you are hungover and can't even function on the first.
Exactly. It's not a great day for starting momentum is the day you're hungover. Yeah. It's so good. The other thing you brought up, Jess Lietzer's big ass calendar. You sent that to me last year. I actually have it in my Vegas home. It actually takes up my entire whiteboard. So we did the same thing. We rolled it out. We flattened it out. We put on our trips. We put on our speaking events. We laid it all out. And it's not only fun to map out, but it's also because it's so big. I see it every day. I know when the next trip is. I know when the next thing is. I can also look back and like, wow, we really did that. Right. And it was such a nice gift, a surprise gift. Thank you for that. But yeah, I suggest people go get it. Jess Lietzer's big ass calendar. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And it allows you to really look at the year at a whole, right? I noticed that he was a genius by creating that, by the way, because how simple it is just to put it on a big ass board. So,
yeah, exactly. Big ass, it is appropriately named big ass calendar. The other thing I think I got from Jess Lietzler was this do one hard thing a year. There's a Japanese something, I don't know what it's called. I'm going to call it origami, but that's not what it is. But that's the folding thing. But whatever it is, some Japanese thing to Masagi. That's what it is. Masogi or something like that. And that has been such a game changer for me. Because again, in 2023, if you looked at the calendar, looked at the events, looked at my, Instagram, it was a great year, but it was a year I didn't grow. I look back at 2023 as a complete and utter failure because I didn't grow. I didn't challenge. It was the first year I let myself be comfortable, and I still hate it. I hate it. I don't want to, you don't grow in comfort. You get fat, dumb, and lazy in comfort. Yep. And I think 2023 was an utter failure because it was all comfort, no growth, no failure, nothing. So 2024, it was run a marathon, check. 2025, try to get as healthy as I can at 53. And, we're going to do something just as hard in 2026. So I think everybody's got to challenge themselves. And that challenge creates the discipline. Well, it's funny. I'll actually see if I can bring it up and show the phone. But obviously my health journey, one of the things was walking, right? And, here's my last 6 months. Here's a guess for the audience. Adrian, you'll guess, let the audience guess. My goal was 10,000 steps a day, every day. Over the last 6 months, how many steps do you think I've averaged a day?
Your goal was 10,000 a day?
10,000
I'm going to say you averaged 12,000 a day.
All righty, folks, leave in the comments below. Pause. I'm going to give it 3 seconds, and then I'll tell you. The answer, 19,461.
Let's go. Oh,
day.
that's good.
I don't know if it can't. I guess it
It's a
can't see
little
it.
unfocused, but
Yeah, but that says 19,461. The most I did in a day was 30,000.
where are you walking?
I just do a boring loop around my neighborhood. But yeah, it's I did it in the morning, afternoon, and
good.
evening. And
So good.
yeah, and oh, by the way, just for the record, I give the just the number of steps, not my diet, not my weight routine, not the anything else.
Right.
For half of my weight loss was walking. Half has to be.
And I'm awesome. That freaking to know that you're averaging 19 and the goal was 10.
Yep.
But I also want to challenge everybody listening to this is how simple is it for you guys to just walk around the corner, right? When you're motivated, right? But when you're not motivated, it's that discipline. What Zuber's talking about is that, I mean, he didn't get to 19,000 steps by motivation, right?
No,
you got to 19,000 steps by knowing you need to do it every single day.
Yeah, you miss a day. Woo. Yeah.
And you guys, this is so simple. Going into any year, just remember what are the basic fundamentals that you got to do every day, right? I love this saying, do the basic small stuff every day and they'll compound to the big stuff, right? But it's those small little actions. So when planning your day, when planning your year, also look at what do you want your days to look like? What do you want your weeks to look like? What do you want your months to look like?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, the other thing, there's a saying going around, and it's being repeated by lots of people, so I don't know where the origin of it was. But basically, somebody was asked what was the difference between elite and champions. And the answer was champions do the boring things longer without complaint.
So good.
Right. That happens to be one of my superpowers. I can do the boring things like walk 20,000 steps a day. I can create 3 videos a day for 6 years without complaint. It's still fun for me. For whatever reason, I am so broken that those things are fun for me. Why? Because they all move me towards my goal.
Right.
And, I am looking forward to my 3 videos tomorrow instead of being frustrated by the 18,000 I've already done.
Right.
So pretty wild.
So good. So good. I also want to throw out what we do at the end of the year is little thing called declutter, right? Declutter your inbox, declutter your house, declutter your closet, your garage, go through a whole bunch of things that you don't need. And I want to challenge you. Don't throw it away. Go give it away.
Give it away. Donations. Yes.
Donations. Do tons of donations. Right now, people are in need of things. Right now is the best time too. So every year, right? My wife's talking about it last year or last night. She's like, when are we starting? And so
when are we doing it? I love that.
It's treacherous, right? But it needs to happen, right? And your office, go through your email, go through your messages. I don't know about you guys. I am terrible at my messages. Let's see how many unread I have in here. Do you
email or text?
Text.
Oh my God. Unread texts. Oh,
and they're not read. I've seen them. I just didn't click on them.
700. I don't know. Just guess.
Okay. All right. 1,200.
Oh,
1,200.
I was trying to go high.
1,200. So the great thing about this, I can just click them all and click red, right? But the whole point is declutter, right? Declutter, get very clear.
1,200. That's a long time to click the button.
You know what it is? Because they pop up. You know how it pops up?
Yeah.
So I see it and I'm like, I know what it's about. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just call them or I let it go, whatever the case may be. So.
That's funny. I have 368. So yeah.
All right. Well, I don't feel that bad.
Same deal. Yeah.
5 times the amount.
Yeah, 5 times. You should feel bad.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious. Good. That's hilarious. So the last thing I want to talk about with you is one of the things that I really admire about you is how you protect your mind, right? The last couple of years in real estate's been hard. Lots of ups and downs, losses, stress, all of that. How do you protect your mind? Do you do anything? Oh, you've already mentioned one, right? You read Think and Grow Rich at the end of the year. I think that's genius. What else do you do to kind of fortify the mind? Because that's like a muscle. And if you don't protect it, it atrophies.
Yeah. This year was a struggle for sure. Typically I got it under control, but this year I will tell you guys, it was a struggle. And just because the fact that we've never spent so much money in marketing before, that it was a whole nother struggle, is really relying on faith. So I'm going to go there. I really just been praying a lot. Like I've been letting go, you know, for whoever you guys, whatever you believe in, right? Just choose to let go. I think that's the biggest thing is like, I can't control what's happening tomorrow. I can't control if the deal closes. I mean, you know, I have somewhat of a control, but let's be honest, we're really all not in control of anything, right? So really just releasing it, making prayers and just saying, take this away, and just knowing that I don't have control over everything. I think the more I mature and get older, that young, full of testosterone bull is kind of like calming down a little bit. And I'm realizing that I can't run through every wall. I can't force things to happen. When I typically force things to happen is typically when they break. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of grace, a lot of letting go. And
Yeah,
really,
I mean, that is a sign of maturity. You know, again, when we're young and dumb, we do think we can run over things, and you know, it works sometimes, but I think it's rarely worth the effort, right?
yeah,
'Cause you come out broken and scarred, and you probably hurt other people, and you know, all of those things.
100%.
And yeah, when you get to this age of maturing, and you know, I think it's just the ability to step back for a moment and go, okay, I could do X, and X is just go straight and go hard, or go, you know what? I could go around, I could call somebody, I could let them do it, right? There's just so many other pieces on the board that maybe you start to experience and appreciate as you age. And I think understanding that is actually a sign of growth, not
Right.
a weakness. So
Right.
congrats.
Well, I appreciate that. And to really answer the question, where I get all that from is having a great circle of people around me that I can go to. I've had several conversations with Jody Raffaelli over the last
Yeah.
couple of months, and Alex Layer, where I'm just like, hey, what do I like? What do I do? You know what I
Right.
mean? And they all just remind me it's normal. It's part of the process. So to guard your mind is to really guard your circle. Be careful who you're listening to. We chose not to do certain things this year because I was going to, you know, be in circles that may have caused me to go even deeper in the negativity.
Mm,
So I want to
yeah.
say that's really the answer to your question is
I
guard the mind.
I agree with it. You know, and the other thing I want to say, unlike past generations, this is one of your 5 friends, and I cannot tell you how many people are watching Jerry Springer level content.
Right.
Right? If you are in and interested in money and wealth, there are content creators that are nothing more than Jerry Springer.
Yep.
You might be entertained, but you are not better for watching Jerry Springer. You
Yep.
are not richer for watching Jerry Springer. And
Yep.
again, you're not even a better human being by watching Jerry Springer. The content is addictive. I get it. Jerry Springer was Jerry Springer for a reason. But unless you are honest with yourself and stop watching Jerry Springer, I can't help you.
So good.
It's just
So good.
it's so bad, right?
Great. I thank my barber. Amazing. Turned me on to Opal.
There you
Opal.
go.
I've mentioned multiple times. I am really advising everybody to get Opal. You literally block all your apps all day long, and in order to get into them is treacherous. You got to go through like a 2-minute process just to get back into your apps, right?
Nice. Yeah.
So you guys, I highly recommend find some way to just shut off, just shut it all off.
Adrian, you're amazing, man. I look forward to see you in Vegas. You're coming out to Vegas for our ORAT 3rd annual ORAT event. It's going to be fun, man.
That's crazy. I say it's crazy because I remember the event I went to in Fresno
Yeah.
at the
test run.
Yeah, and here we are. Well, that technically would be 4 years, right?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it would be 4. Yeah, yeah.
How
yeah.
freaking cool.
That's pretty
We're
awesome.
going on a decade, Zuber. How freaking cool, dude.
You're amazing, man. I appreciate all your advice. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being an advisor. Have a great time. Take care.
Appreciate you, bro.
Mm-hmm.